What is up, Ravens flock? We are back for another victory episode of We Bleed Purple podcast. Daniel Wilcox and Matt Trigger live for the recap of the Minnesota Vikings Week 10 game. We are now on a 3-game winning streak, 27-19 victory over the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota on the road. We are officially one game out of first place if the Los Angeles Chargers take care of business with Pittsburgh tonight. Wilcox, initial thoughts on today's game?
We got that dub, babe. That's my initial thought. If you get that win, all is well. Let's hit the club tonight, fellas. Let's go have a great time. Go enjoy yourselves. Everybody grab a little cutie, get a little drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about drinking alcohol. I'm just saying, just get you a little drink. Get you a little drinky drink. Just be careful. Watch, make sure ain't nobody putting it in your cups. But have a good time tonight, fellas. You guys earned it. Great game. Freaking, we won. Another one. Hashtag another one. You know what I mean? So. 3 in a row, man. That's big. I hope they keep going. We kind of felt like they was going to go on a run after the break, and they starting to go on a run after the break, man. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, this marks the first time since last year where I was in a good mood for 3 straight weeks on the show.
Yeah, I know Sam got to be happy.
So, look, it's been one of those it's been one of those days where everything was just kind of real cool after the victory. Look a little dicey at the end, but
Yeah.
before we get talking about the game, just want to kind of give us a shout out to Marshawn Nealon's family, the Dallas Cowboys defensive end who tragically succumbed to um, mental health issues over the course of the week, especially after
Yeah.
having a fantastic game the week prior.
Mm-hmm.
Our thoughts and prayers are with him.
For sure.
24 years old. Mental health is important. If anybody's watching this, make sure you take care of your mental health and talk to somebody, see somebody, use your insurance. I've done it. Countless of other people have done it. Um, make sure you reach out if you're suffering. Don't take that way out, and you know,
Yeah, I heard.
prioritize your family.
Yeah, I heard about the whole situation when it first came out. I thought it was a car chase or something that was going on or something, and that's what happened. It was a traffic violation. That's how they made it seem, and then later on, it kind of comes out that he left the house with his gun, telling this girl he was going to kill himself.
Yeah,
And then so she called the police and the NFL to try to get them to track him down and try to hopefully stop him from doing it. And I guess he, for whatever reason, he checked out, grabbed his gat and jumped in the car and started driving. And the police got behind him. He took off, lost them in a chase and ended up wrecking the car. And they found his body later. Texas family and everything. Goodbye. That's tough.
it's really sad to see. Again, our thoughts and prayers are with him on this show. Also, today the
Paul.
NFL lost former commissioner Paul Tagliabue. I don't feel anywhere near as much empathy for that as I do for Marshawn Nealand. Um, for all intents and purposes, rest in piss. That's just me. He actively kept Baltimore out of the NFL for 6 years once he took over, and uh, gave 2 expansion teams to other cities when Baltimore went without an NFL team for 14 years. So couldn't happen to a better guy. Cheers. Um,
Matt,
anyway,
Matt, you're taking this fan thing way too far, man.
no,
Matt, the man passed away. Rest in peace, Paul Tagliabue.
yeah,
Paul Tagliabue, we send him prayers and thoughts and love to his family as well. He was somebody's dad or grandfather or uncle or brother or son. So we're gonna still send the same condolences to them. And I understand you being angry, Matt. I do. I really get it. And I love the fact that you took this podcast and this opportunity to let the world know. But we're not we can't hate that like
that's
that.
all.
We're not.
I mean, you played in his league, not me.
I did. I played. He was my
He was
commissioner for the
he was
first
your
part.
boss. He was your boss for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but
Well,
he
he
was
was a
over.
boss.
Yeah, he was over the NFL when I first came in, and every single ball had Paul Tagliabue name on it until Roger Goodell took over.
That's true.
You know,
Anyway, 27-19. The Ravens are now 4-5, and like you alluded to in the beginning of the show, Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
we had really been talking about a lot of major changes at 1-5, and here we are, one game potentially out of first place if the Los Angeles Chargers win tonight, which is crazy to be talking about. We could be we could be competing for the AFC North when Pittsburgh hits our schedule next month.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy to think about. That's the crazy part about this league and how things are broken down with the
Mm-hmm.
18 games, and it changes everything, man. Like it really does. Like it kind of changes everything. And like I said, we used to look at the league as it was broken up in quarters. So each month was one quarter.
Right.
So 4 quarters out of the year, you just tried to win the month. If you could win the month, you guaranteed to go to the playoffs. That means 2 games out of every month, at least break 500. You'll go to the playoffs. So I was looking forward to kind of seeing us, go undefeated this year. But when we start taking those L's week one, things that kind of went out the window very fast. And now here we are, we're right back in the hunt. We get a chance to kind of sneak right back into first place. If we get back to that first, excuse me, if we get back to that first place mark, it's going to be trouble for a lot of teams.
And that's a good point, because today Nate Burleson in post game after the 1 o'clock games alluded to the fact that Baltimore might be the most dangerous team come the end of the year, where once we get everything rolling and we get on the offense firing on all cylinders, there's no telling what we can make out of this season. Right now, you're looking. We got Cleveland next week. I believe it's the Browns next week, and then we got the Jets. So 6-5 by the time December rolls around. That's
scary.
That's scary. And then you got Pittsburgh, and you got both games of Pittsburgh, and you got Cincinnati, Green Bay, and New England sandwich. They look good, by the way. New England looks really fucking good.
They do.
And so does Indianapolis. What is it, 2005 again?
I know, right?
What is going on?
It's the NFL, baby. Not for long. You just never
Jonathan
know what's going to
Taylor.
happen year to year.
Jonathan Taylor might be the MVP this year.
He may be, man. I even heard the guys from the Pivot Podcast talking about the same thing. He's having a hell of a year this year.
Yeah.
He might be the number one back in the league this year.
There's no maybe. I mean, he's already got 1,100 rushing yards.
I mean, it's so funny. Like last year was Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. A year later, we talking about Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
so
like
crazy.
what is going on?
Yeah.
I don't. It's such. I like the parody though. I don't like that it's the same two guys every single year. Even though Derrick Henry is our guy, I'm okay. And I'm okay. Jonathan Taylor's went through a lot, injuries, horrible QB play, and now you got Daniel Jones looks like a competent NFL quarterback, which is incredible.
To me, that goes to show you just how bad some organizations and some coaching staffs are, and how important coaching is. That's why I keep saying coaching in Baltimore. So it just goes back to show you like how important coaching really is. He left New York, and everybody thought he was a shitty player. All of a sudden, he got the money, and all of a sudden, he wasn't as good as he was. And now he in Indy. I mean, now he's in Indy balling. And it's like, damn, that's the same Daniel Jones. Sometimes you just need a fresh start with a coach that believes in you and help build that confidence back.
Yeah. It was crazy to see, I kind of like that the NFL is putting regular season games back into the countries that were in NFL Europe. It's nice to see that they're kind of spreading the game back there. And I know, that holds a special place in your heart, because at one point in time in your career, you made a stop over in NFL Europe.
I did.
Did you play in Germany?
I did. I lived in I was living in Dusseldorf, Germany. I'm living at the hotel called the Relaxer Inn in Dusseldorf, and I played for the Rhine Fire for a season. I got my jersey hanging up over there somewhere on one of these walls. But yeah, I mean that was an experience for me that I'll never forget, man. It was really awesome experience. That's when I kind of really knew that I belonged in NFL. I had bounced around with the Jets in Tampa Bay my first 2-3 years. And I didn't get out. I think I had played in 3 years. I had played maybe 3 games or 4 games or something like that in 3 years. And I was starting to question whether or not, I was supposed to be in the NFL, and I wasn't sure if this was for me. When I went to Germany, that's when they first started flexing me back out at tight end, back at wide out in the slot, in the backfield. That's when I kind of really was kind of rebirthing. I think I played over there. I think I had 10 touchdowns or something like that in 10 games. So when I came back here, and then the Ravens signed me, and that's when I got my first start, my first NFL start. Built my confidence up, got me a chance to play for real, and that changed everything, my whole trajectory of my career. And if I hadn't got hurt in Baltimore my last year, the year before last, I think I would have continued to play and continue to climb the ladder.
And that's amazing, man. Now with NFL Europe, a lot of people, a lot of younger fans don't really know what it is. And
Mhm.
was it players that were kind of sent over there by different teams that were all put on a collective team together, or did every NFL team have their own NFL Europe team, just for the people that might not know?
Well, so it was two different ways you can get over there. You was either allocated by a team, meaning you was on a practice squad last year, and the team felt like they was going to send you to NFL Europe to develop your skills more, to get you some real game time experience,
Mhm,
since you're not playing for them. So they would send a bunch of their practice squad guys over there. So those would be the allocated players, and then the other guys would get drafted. Like me, I was a free agent. I had got released from Tampa Bay after the Super Bowl. I played, like, started the first 3 games on special teams, and then got released, and then ended up entering the free agent draft for NFL Europe. So I got drafted to go in to play. And the first time I actually got drafted in the NFL was Europe. And then when I got to the team, it was me and maybe 5 or 6 other guys. And it was crazy. The year I went over, I think, was 2004 or 2003 or something like that. And they wasn't going to take the free agent players, the drafted players, over to Germany. They let us play through training camp, and then they was going to release us and not take us over, because of the NFL only wanted allocated players, developmental players that year for some reason. So it came really close to me not even being able to go to Germany. I made the team, and there was a couple of tight ends that had got allocated from other teams, and the head coach was like, "Man, if Wilcox don't go over to Germany, then I'm basically gonna shut it down this year. I'm not gonna coach at all this year." He wanted me to go, and there was another player on my team that
mhm,
played DN that he wanted to go, and he said these 2 guys got to go. Like, some of the best 2 players, 2 of the best players on my team. So they ended up taking me over to Germany that year, and I got a chance to split time with a guy from the Atlanta Falcons. I think his name was Dwayne Blakely. I don't know if Dwayne is still out there, but Dwayne Blakely, me and him went over together. He was supposed to be the starter because he was allocated, and then I was supposed to back him up. But the way my team did it, well, they was like, "Look, we're gonna let Blakely start every game, but you coming in the second series." So he get to play the first series every game, and then I came in second series.
mm,
So that was a true testimony to how hard I worked and what I put in. Everybody on the team like, "Bro, you the real starter," but it is what it is. It's politics. So it was kind of hard to deal with that situation, but at the same time, it gave me a chance to really develop my personality, me as a player. I learned a lot of things, just those first 3 years in the league. I didn't really take advantage of the league that much. And then going over to NFL Europe allowed me to develop my game, but it also allowed me to develop my off the field stuff. I did my first commercial over there for the team. I did my first autograph signings in the league over there. Like, I really developed and blossomed into an NFL player. And then by the time I got back to Baltimore, I was ready for everything. I started doing commercial. I had billboards in Baltimore. I was commercials every other week. I was doing a commercial. It seemed like I got the radio show, the TV show, all that stuff kind of stemmed from Germany.
mhm.
It allowed me to kind of push for those type of things when I got back.
That's incredible. It's so cool that, the NFL is, doing that. They got their first game in Spain next week, for it's the Madrid
Mm.
series. So
Yeah.
it's really cool to see them branching back out. Um,
The Dolphins are playing in Madrid tonight, right?
uh, it mi
I think the
yeah,
Dolphins was playing in Madrid today.
I think you might be right. I know they had a couple games on the slate, but,
Yeah.
it was really different watching the Berlin game this morning. They had the entire stadium darkened out except for the actual field. I've never seen it look
Mm.
like, almost like a concert, almost.
Like a stage,
Yeah, like
yeah.
a stage, like, that was a different feel watching the game this morning. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
yeah,
It's pretty dope. I like it.
yeah, it was
It's what I remember most about playing in Germany? Like everybody in the stadium had whistles, so you couldn't tell when the play was over because they was blowing the whistles so loud. Everybody was blowing the whistle so loud, and it was like just imagine the whole stadium blowing the whistle like a referee,
Mm,
like throughout the whole play. So instead of them screaming and yelling, all you hear is
mm.
like loud through the whole freaking stadium. Was crazy.
One of our
No, I never played CFL or arena ball at all. So I played NFL Europe and then just the NFL. That was it. So I played 3 years, 2 years with the Jets, 1 year in Tampa Bay, then went over to Germany, played a full season there, came back and played 5 seasons in Baltimore, the Ravens.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
they kind of let you spread your wings and get your experience because it was a great 5 years that you had here. Um,
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro.
yeah, you know, it's crazy, man, because you know, a lot of people forget that you were here during the unless they were diehard fans that you were here during some of the years where they feel like they should have went out and got a legitimate quarterback, and you were here for one of the greatest defenses the franchise has ever had, and you were one of the
Yeah,
original special teams aces that graced Baltimore, and you played with a lot of Hall of Fame guys, you know,
I did.
across all three franchises. Honestly, man, you played with a lot,
I did.
you know,
Yeah.
that Buccaneers defense, and then you had some dogs over in New York, and yeah. So
Hmm.
you had a fantastic decade, man. You know.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it, man. The crazy thing is everything happens so fast, you don't realize who you're playing with. Like, you're playing with some talented guys. I mean, let's not get it twisted. Terrell Suggs, Haloti Nada, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. You're playing with some pretty dope guys.
Mhm.
Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, Keyshawn Johnson, Curtis Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are, but you just don't realize the magnitude of who you're really playing with until it's like it's all over and said and done. And it happens so fast. Like the NFL, to you guys, you see the games on Sunday. We're practicing every single day. We go to work every single day like anybody else. Our 9 to 5 is a lot longer than your 9 to 5. And it's just, it's nonstop work once you graduate college and you go play ball or however you get to the NFL. It's nonstop work once you get there, and it's happening so fast at light speed. Like your whole life, if you play 10 years in the league, it felt like you played 3. Like it didn't feel like it took that long to get to 10. It's like one minute you come in, you're your young guy. Next minute you come in, you're the old guy. It's just like that. It happens that quick.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. You know, on a much smaller degree, I've been 15 years with the state of Maryland, and I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like it's flying by, and I've been so many different places and worked with so many different people. So, and a lot of them been
Yeah.
great people, and a lot of them have passed away and gone
Yeah.
on, and you don't really realize it until you get to sit down and
You
think
know?
about it. But um, yeah, you did something that 1%, less than 1% of high school football players ever got to do in their life, and
Right.
that's something special, and it can never be taken away. But yeah, getting back to the season at hand, I wanted to kind of
Hmm.
ask you about today's game. The offense. I wanted to give you a stat because I know you love stats and you do your own research and you have your little tidbits that you'd like to pull out once in a while.
My little
Yeah,
tidbits. Look, man, don't
I'm not just
look, don't
I'm messing with
look,
you.
bro. I'm
You're
gonna need you to check yourself on my tidbits. All right.
I'm just messing with you, dog. Anyway, the Ravens in the first 53 plays the Ravens ran from scrimmage, 35 of them were in Vikings territory today, and they only amassed 27 points in those first 53 plays, where 35 were. Do you find it to be problematic, or do you find it to be uh, ha- it's
It's the NFL, man. Like like those guys get paid too. The coaches are on their side is really good too. Like we've struggled in the red zone this
you
year.
have
We have. We haven't, yeah. I mean, even before Lamar got hurt, we started to kind of go downhill a little bit. I equate a lot of it to our guard play.
mhm.
Our guard play is trash, man. Like, I mean, I watched Falele again
Oh,
today. Falele in the round,
oh
baby.
man,
Yep.
that's
Him and Voorhees. It's not a pretty sight.
y-
Yeah, he does sucks ass, Drew. I agree.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
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 unbelievable.
bad to watch. Like Falele got Lamar killed today.
He did.
The fact that they called roughing the passer on that hit, the only way I could see that they in today's rules is that he lifted him up off the ground and left his feet and put all of his body weight down on Lamar's torso.
Yeah, it was a
It was a
penalty.
penalty,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
but I mean,
It was legal as shit when I played,
right.
but now, shit.
I'm pretty sure the defense that you played with in Baltimore would probably be the most penalized team in the history of the NFL if they were in today's
Playing right
playing
now?
right now.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge change, man. Like the penalties that are going on right now, even the hit that Kyle Hamilton took, the blindside block, from Adam Thielen, even that block when I played, like that would have never been a penalty.
right.
It was just, bro. It was just that's just a normal routine hit. Yeah, he did throw his shoulder into him. He did get into a blocking posture. They wanted him to just kind of set a pick.
Mhm.
Put your arms down and basically just set a pick and not run through the guys anymore. He didn't run through them, but he did sit down and throw his shoulder into Kyle and knock Kyle slap off his feet. And it was very jarring. You could see his whole body go numb and limp when he hit him. So the hit from the hit, the hit Lamar took. Falele passed him off to Rosengarten, and Rosengarten didn't pick him up clean.
If Rosengarten had
You
somebody on
know,
his outside shoulder.
he did. That's what I'm saying. Like, Falele passed him off to Rosengarten, supposedly.
Yeah,
That's what he was doing because he took up the end that was wrapping it
right,
back
on
around
the
to the
stunt, yeah.
inside. So he passed him off to go pick up the other guy, but he should have just stuck with the guy he was with. And a lot of times that's just knowing your role and knowing what you're supposed to do because each play is totally freaking different. And you got to know what you're doing. You can't guess it. And that man looked like he's playing so slow because he don't know what he's doing half the time.
Yeah, it's really getting frustrating because now you're starting to see that even Derrick Henry doesn't have confidence running to his side anymore. And last year, Derrick Henry made his bread and butter running to the right
On the right
side. A
side.
lot of his big
Yeah.
runs have been off to the right side. And I don't know if you're noticing it the way that I am, but a lot of Derrick Henry's big runs this year are
Mhm.
coming off
Yeah.
of cutbacks where he's running to one side, he's literally planting his foot, and it's
And
almost
going all the way back.
it's like he's running 12 yards back in a loop almost, not 12
Yeah.
yards deep, but just,
I got you.
he
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
to where it's like he doesn't have confidence in the line, and that's scary because
Yeah.
that's where mistakes get made, and
Yeah.
he's been mistake
Yeah.
free for, since week 3.
Damn, knock on wood, Matt. You got to bring that shit up. Damn,
I'm not trying to.
bro, you having a hell of a night tonight.
Are you mad about the Tagliabue thing?
That was one.
You
now you bringing up Derrick Henry fumbles and shit.
Hey,
Knock on wood,
wood.
man.
I'm
Knock
knocking
on
on
wood.
wood, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
Come
sorry
on,
about the Tagliabue thing. I apologize. I'm trying to be as sincere as I possibly can about it.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
I love you being sincere. It's okay. I understood where you was coming from.
Yeah. Anyway, the defense today,
Mhm.
they looked rather good in getting pressure to the quarterback, even though there wasn't a lot of sacks. JJ McCarthy, is a bit mobile, but the new addition, Draymond Jones, was wreaking havoc today. He was rushing from the inside, he was rushing from the outside. Dude was
Mhm.
getting pressure like crazy. Mike Green was getting pressure like crazy, and the line pretty much, other than a big run of 17 yards, I think they held the running game in check for the most part today. They didn't get
I think we did too.
I don't think they got chewed up on the ground and, early Aaron Jones touchdown, but that was it. And they held Justin Jefferson in check today too.
They
I was
did. They did. They frustrated him pretty bad. Marlon had a pick on him
Yeah,
too.
I was I was surprised at how good of a game Marlon had, especially consider he was playing with one hand. I don't know if you noticed that.
He wasn't early in the game though, was it? Did it? I thought he got injured through the game.
No, he had a finger issue all
Right.
week long in practice, but he had
Gotcha.
his hand wrapped up. I know he made that deep interception.
I think he had these two fingers free.
Yeah,
He had these two
it looked like it
tied
looked
up
like it was
like
on the
that.
outside of his hand. But
Right.
I
Yeah.
hey, he played a good ball game. I'm gonna give him that. He held just
I'm proud of you, man. Way to bounce back.
yeah,
Good job,
yeah.
bro.
I give credit where it's due, even though I don't
Good
even though I
job,
don't
man.
want to, because I'm sick of his shit. Because that man, I almost crashed out. I stayed away from it, but he made a tweet earlier about 2 hours ago that said, "I got permission to start podcasting again." So I have to grin and bear it. We're on a 3-game win streak.
Who gave him permission
I
to do
don't
that?
know. He didn't.
Who told him
He,
to stop?
he somebody told him to stop, and now somebody told him to keep going. I don't like it. I really don't want to see any more of the shenanigans. We're locked in right now, and we got another important game next week, and then we got
Yeah.
the Jets game, and then we got the Bengals on Thursday Night Football. We got 2 Thursday games this year. I don't like that. I don't like
Why?
beca because I think
You don't like being on primetime television?
no. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I know you're a player, so it's different. But
I like being on primetime. I'm
if you
selfish
play
like that.
Thanksgiving, you should be exempt from Thursday Night Football for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That's a short turnaround, dude, and you know that better than anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 games in 4 days, that's insane on the body.
Who's playing on Thanksgiving and Thursday night? We
We
are?
played Thursday night against Miami last week, and then we got the Bengals on Thanksgiving night at home this year.
Hmm.
And that's right after the Jets
That's
game.
tough.
Right. We got the Jets and we got the Bengals back to back, and then we start that last month where we got Pittsburgh twice, Cincinnati, or I'm sorry,
Who made our schedule?
Roger
Shit.
Goodell.
That's who you need to be mad at.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, they're maximizing money, and I can't get mad at them for that.
No, this schedule sucks ass.
Yeah.
We had all those hard ass teams back to back to back early in the season. Now you got a stretch of teams that, to me, all are scary.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know which one of these teams is gonna show up and play a real game that day.
And then not only that, you got Green Bay and Lambeau damn near
Mhm.
January this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be so cold.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be colder than a polar bear's toenails. Oh well.
Man, look, I can't be mad about much today. They got Keaton involved in the offense again today.
I love seeing them out there playing, bro. I'm happy for that kid.
Rashad Bateman was out there, taking attention away from Zay. Zay had another great day.
Mhm.
Rashad has a high ankle sprain. He got hurt on that play where he was trying to score a touchdown. So he
Yeah,
said he was in a walking boot after the game. He told the
it was
reporters
his
he
fault.
wasn't going to miss much time. So that's
Yeah, it was his fault.
how so?
The play before he dropped the
Yeah,
touchdown, hit him right in the
yeah,
hands. Lamar threw it behind him. But anytime a quarterback throw the ball behind you, he's also trying to stop you from impact in front of you.
hmm
So him throwing the ball behind him and it hit both hands, he should have caught the touchdown. The
that's
very
right.
next play, Lamar go right back to him with a hitch.
hmm
And then that's when he tried to take off and try to make up for the drop.
Right.
So he tried everything he could to get in the end zone. And I'm not mad at him for trying everything he could because he played like he played like he was pissed off when he caught the
hmm
ball. I like that.
Right.
The play before should have been an easy touchdown for him. He relaxed a little bit too early, hands got a little lazy, and the ball went right off his hands. His fault.
Speaking of guys catching the ball and running down the field, Charlie Kohler with that maximum speed again.
Yeah.
That dude,
Maximum burst. He got a burst and then it just slows down.
he's like he made contact with a couple of the secondary guys on Minnesota, and he just fell forward. I thought he was going to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I did
But
too.
Lamar got all 3 of the tight ends involved in the game. Mark Andrews, another touchdown catch today. He
Yeah.
looked good. Isaiah Likely's getting in space, and he's starting to look good again. Pat
You know what I don't like though, Matt? Like I feel like remember last year and the year before we had like a couple games where everybody just had the dropsies.
mhm,
Today was one of those games for me. Like Mark dropped the ball, Isaiah dropped the ball, Bateman dropped the ball. We had a couple of drops the day that was kind of interesting. Like where are all these drops coming from all of a sudden? And
I
we
don't
we
know.
still won, so we don't really think about it. They didn't really impact us as much because we were still just kind of clamming with points all game
Mhm,
long. Scoring, field goal, field goals, touchdown, that type of thing. So we was always scoring. So I think, and we was moving the ball pretty much regardless, almost every single drive. You know, what I didn't like, and we won the time projection battle at halftime and for the whole
mhm.
game. So that helped out, and we ran the ball more. That helps out too. So I think there's going to be another game. I think if we don't stop doing that, where we have one of those games where we just drop a bunch of balls and end up with another L or something.
Yeah, I really hope they do get it under control. And you're right though.
Yeah.
When you win the game, you kind of forget about the small nuanced details
Hmm.
that you watching the game and kind of running it back on the replay and all that. And there was a couple drops. Another guy that looked really good today, again, DeAndre Hopkins going over the middle, catching the tough passes.
Yeah.
Uh, Made a nice catch on the sideline. He's doing exactly what he should be doing for a team at this point in his career, and he I'm not gonna say he has Anquan Bolden vibes for the Ravens,
Yeah.
but I feel like he's a good veteran presence and somebody that's gonna be valuable come December and January, you know?
I think if I'm the OC, I'm gonna put him at third down and whatever it is, he's on the field. And I'm trying
Mhm.
to figure out a ball to get to him because I got to figure out a way to get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins because of the fact that his hands are probably the surest hands that you have on the entire team. Like
That's fair.
dude don't drop shit. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like if I got a receiver like that, he's got to be my starting special situation receiver.
Mhm.
So short and long, or I mean short and third and short, third and fourth and short, whatever. And we're gonna throw the ball. He's got to be the guy, my priority guy, with some kind of shake route or some kind of option route or something to get him the ball and let him do whatever he got to do to get the first down for me.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's a mismatch because all the guys we have on the field, you're putting a linebacker or a safety or a dime back on him, and he's gonna chew those guys up a lot. I mean, he's not
Correct.
as fast as he used to be, but
Yeah.
he's still DeAndre Hopkins no matter how you shake it.
Right.
And
You know how
I
to get open.
yeah, he knows how to get open. That's for damn sure. Um, Ke I want to kind of touch on Keaton Mitchell one more time.
Okay.
He looks explosive again, and
But he
there's such
was
a
one step away from breaking that run.
I know.
Shit.
I know he literally got caught by the shoelace on that one
Right.
run.
I'm talking about
Um,
one step away.
it's such a sharp contrast to watching Derrick Henry run because Derrick Henry watching him run is
Hmm.
different because he's so big and so fast that he doesn't really look fast until he gets in the open field.
Right.
With Keaton, it looks like he's shot out of a cannon immediately.
Yeah, I mean, especially once he sees a hole, he sees a lane, and it's a wrap. He put the foot on the gas. You just see bodies just kind of just doing like this as he run past them.
And you can see him hit like another gear where he's covering so much space in a short amount of time. And
Yeah,
like you said, the sideline was the one that really made the tackle on him because if he doesn't get touched on that on if he doesn't get that shoelace touch on him, he's gone.
out the gate.
And Justice Hill got a touchdown today. Um, but he looked good in the pass game. He looked good in pass block and all that. So everybody's getting involved. I like that everybody's getting involved. And a really a unit of this team we don't talk about a whole lot is the special teams unit.
Yeah,
We we haven't talked about them a lot this year, but today they played a very good game. They played they back-to-back
I
kickoffs,
agree.
they forced a fumble, they've
I agree.
recovered the first one, they didn't recover the second one. Um, the punt team has been fantastic this year. Jordan
Covering
Stout's having
sacks.
Jordan Stout's having the best season of his career, but it's funny that it's a contract year, so he's kicking to either stay here or kicking to have a job next year. Um, Tyler Loop was 3 for 4 on field goals today.
Yeah,
He missed one later in the game. He's got 2 misses this year. Uh,
yeah. It was a 50-some yarder, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a 56-yard field goal, I believe. Yeah,
Hmm.
so, how do you feel about the kicking game so far? We're over halfway into the first season of Tyler Loop. Uh, what are your thoughts on the kicking game so far up to date?
I'm fine with it so far. I mean, we haven't really lost the game because of him. You know,
Mhm.
last year we lost 4, 5, or 6 games. I mean, it was all pretty much Justin Tucker. You know, so I mean, it's definitely a big shift from what was going through and dealing with last year. Yeah, of course, you want the kid to be automatic and not ever miss anything. But I mean, being a rookie field goal kicker and coming out to have to kick these kicks, you know, playing for the Baltimore Ravens with all this talent, all this history, all this nostalgia around you, and these big moments with these big stadiums, it's a lot of pressure. You know, it's
It
definitely a lot of
really
pressure.
it really is, and Minnesota looked from just looking at it on TV, it was a loud stadium, and
Mhm.
I don't know if you ever played in Minnesota, but I'm pretty sure you missed playing in the new stadium?
I did.
Were you in the old dome where they had the AstroTurf when you played?
No, man, no. I mean,
No,
you know,
no. I'm saying the stadium's only like 4 years old.
yeah, the new stadium is, but I mean, they didn't have AstroTurf when I played at Minnesota.
What
Come
they
on,
had?
man. They had the synthetic turf just like everybody got right now. You act like I'm 55,
We
65 years
played in the
old,
league the
man.
same time Moss did.
It's who did Santana Moss or
No,
Randy Moss?
Randy. Both
Yeah,
of them.
I did. I did. Randy was older than me though. He came out like a year or two before I came out.
I know that. I'm just
I
saying. I know
was.
they had AstroTurf for a long time.
They did have AstroTurf for a long time.
I'm not trying to make fun of you, dude. I'm really not. I didn't know if you played in Minnesota or not. I'm not a Vikings fan.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, Wilcox. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not
Matt,
making
I
fun of you.
promise you, I'm gonna call your mom when we hang up, bro.
Yo, no,
I'm
no, no.
gonna
You
call your
FaceTime.
mom and tell your mom how you acting on this podcast tonight, man. You've been really. I don't know what's wrong with you tonight. You've been. I mean, what's going on, bro? Like we won.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I can't help it.
Damn. Drew, text me your mom's number. I'm calling and tell him that.
He ain't gonna do that. Never mind. He might. He likes you more than me.
Yeah, he would. He definitely would do it.
Man, that's crazy. I swear to God, I wasn't making an old joke. I haven't made an old joke in 2 shows.
Yeah, we played in the old stadium with the AstroTurf, man. Yeah, sure.
Okay. I was just asking you a question.
You're an asshole, dog.
I'm not trying to be. I swear to
That's
God,
the
I'm
worst.
not.
Those are the worst assholes. The ones that don't even try to be assholes.
I'm
Those are the worst ones.
I'm refined, but I swear to God, I'm not making fun of you.
That's all good, bro. I'm happy. I'm super happy.
I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not making fun of you.
All right. Whatever.
Oh my! I haven't made fun of you in like
Brick
3 shows now.
brick by brick.
That's
Brick by brick.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, man! I feel so bad now.
You should. You asshole.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
But you know you're an asshole. Even your mom told me you was an asshole.
I mean, that's accurate, but
I mean,
not
that's
to
what I'm saying.
you.
I mean, how many people moms tell their son's friends that he's an asshole?
All of them?
Really?
Your mom never warned anybody about you?
No. I'm not an asshole, man. I'm a very
I
good
never
guy.
said you were.
I'm a nice
You're
guy.
really good. You're a very nice guy.
Yeah, everybody says that. Even my
I
mom.
know. I know, but she's supposed to say
She
that.
says she's proud that she's my mom. She couldn't have had a better child.
All right,
That's what my mom told me.
you win. I don't want no trouble, dog. Oh man.
Man, it was a great game though, man. Overall, the Ravens win. What is it? 27-19.
27-19.
Ravens win 27-19. I think last week, what did Matt say? Matt said it was going to be 42-24. I said it was going to be 38-17. Zay Flowers had a great day. That was my pick for offense. Kyle Van Noy, not so much. He played. He was out there, but he didn't ball out. Matt picked Lamar Jackson. Of course, he's always going to ball. He's Lamarvelous. And you picked D Jones, a newcomer. You put him out there like he was going to come out here and just slay the beast today. He had a good game. He did. He caused pressure. You knew he was out there.
Yeah.
They put the camera on him only because he just got here.
Yeah.
He ain't ball out like that and nothing like that. But
Okay.
we glad he made the squad and he's out there and he was able to start right away. And he had played for Seattle, I guess, prior.
Seattle, his first 3 years, and then this year he played with the Tennessee Titans, and now he's here.
Yeah, and they were saying the announcers was basically saying that because he went to those 2 teams, Mike McDonald and some other coaches and stuff was on those 2 teams that played with the Ravens. So he knew the terminology right away. He was able to start the game today. Got to start and everything. Got to start and you gotta love that. You come to a new team and get a chance to start the first week.
Yeah,
Just
that's
got
wild.
there. Yeah, so he already knew most of the terminology, fit right into the defensive scheme, and went out there and caused some havoc, man. You gotta love it. I hope he end up being the biggest decision that DeCosta made this season. I hope so.
I hope so too, because Eric's been getting a bad rap locally on the news and on social media. It's been, he's been highly criticized for not going and making a big splash. And just to kind of, not to necessarily to like hate on anybody, but Sauce Gardner gave up the winning touchdown today
Go
He got
figure.
cooked. He got cooked by Drake London.
Yeah. They've been getting cooked often.
Yeah. So they gave up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
They still won the game,
Hmm.
but he gave up the game-tying touchdown for Atlanta.
Got you. Yeah, them boys went into overtime.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor just took that whole game. Once overtime hit, I think Jones took the ball one time.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does. It really does.
That's the type of stuff that I think bothers me about us, right? And I keep saying this over and over again with our coaching staff. Like, if Henry has the hot hand, bro, why would you take him off the field?
Right.
Like, why would you not keep feeding the beast? And that's what happened today with Jonathan Taylor. I think he had 20-some carries or 30 carries or something.
32 carries.
32 carries, 200 and how many yards, Matt?
244 yards and 3 touchdowns.
See, he's hot. Feed the hot man. Like, you don't tell Steph Curry don't shoot that shit when he get hot. So that's what frustrates me about our coaching staff. Like, when Derrick Henry is balling, they don't give him the ball more and more and more and more to see if he's gonna continue the streak. They take him out and let him get cold, and then they put him back in. It's weird to me. Like, I don't understand that thought process. You do whatever it takes to win the game, and sometimes that's running the ball down somebody's throat.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I happen to agree with you. You give it to the guy that's hot. He took over the game. You walk out of Berlin with a win, and that, like you said, if Derrick Henry's hot, this coaching staff wants to get cute and they want to reinvent the wheel and they want to start throwing the ball and all that mess. This isn't the year to mess around with that kind of stuff because we've lost a lot of games, a lot of important win or go home games because not feeding the hot hand.
Yeah, I mean, even last year, I remember Harbaugh going in front of the entire world. We didn't bring Derrick Henry here to give him the ball 20 sometimes a game. Like, what the fuck you talking about? If he's hot, give him the ball. What are you talking about?
Give it carries 40
to him.
times a game.
Yeah, give him all 55 carries if he got to. All 55 plays, 65 plays of that shit. It could be 22 every play. If that's what it takes for us to win the game, we're gonna do whatever it takes to win. And that's to me, that's the mentality you got to have as a head coach.
That man has been a workhorse for whatever team he's played for 19 years since his freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
He still hasn't eclipsed his high school rushing yards as a pro.
Yeah, he just did tonight, right?
I believe so. I believe he just passed tonight, or he's gonna pass it next week. But
I think he did tonight. They showed it tonight on the actual telecast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think he did tonight. I think it's in the third quarter, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you got to feed the hot hand. I don't have a whole lot to say about the coaching. I really thought that the only thing that pissed me off with Harbaugh today, and I know that you're probably gonna agree with this, fourth quarter, under a minute, he called a timeout with like 20 seconds left. They had no timeouts, and they were driving down the field. But he calls a timeout to run prevent. He rushed 3. We rushed three after the timeout. Like, what are we doing? And what's crazy is Draymond Jones and Mike Green were getting pressure on the 3. They had McCarthy scrambling, and he threw an incomplete pass. But you dropped 8 in the coverage. It's just, if we would have lost, you would have looked at that timeout and been like, what are we doing? That's the only thing I can say about today.
Yeah.
But that'll do it for this show. We'll be back later on this week to preview the Cleveland Browns show for week 11. Make sure everybody, follows along and you subscribe to our YouTube channel, We Bleed Purple Podcast. Like, subscribe, put on your notifications for when we go live. We're constantly putting shorts out from our shows on there. Follow us along at our new X page, We Bleed Perp. It's in the description for the X Live right now. Wilcox, where can everybody find you on social media?
You can find me in the No, just playing. Daniel Wilcox on IG, Daniel.Wilcox on IG, and at Coach Wilcox on X. Matt, where they can find you at?
On IG, mtrig89, on X at M Trig WBP. We will be back to preview the Cleveland Browns episode this coming week. And only up from here, man. Hopefully this is game 3 of a win streak until February.
Hopefully it is, man. I really do hope we continue to keep this thing going. And Cleveland's going to be an interesting week. You know, the only thing that could happen that really excite me about this game for them if they start Shador Sanders, because they need to sit Dylan Gabriel as down. You know, and I mean, it sucks to kind of see your defense feeling the way they feel. And then Miles Garrett got up there and all they asking us questions about, what do you think about Dylan Gabriel? You think they should play Shador? And he's like, bro, I'm worried about the defense. What you got? What other questions you got?
Yeah, it's rough. That's a shit show right there.
It is.
You know? And you can tell any other team would have played Shador by now if they were losing that many games. But there's something going on in Cleveland between the owner and the coaches and the general manager. That's going to get blown up in the offseason, I believe, anyway. I think Stefanski and Andrew Berry might be out of there.
Yeah, everybody got to go if it's up to me. Like, I can't understand why this kid ain't touched the field yet. And all the bullshit that's coming out of Cleveland about Shador Sanders, I'm telling everybody right now in the world, it's bullshit. There's no way that's Deion Sanders' son. There's no way that he's had the best coaching in the world since his entire existence of a life. And he can't learn a playbook, and he's not smart enough, and he's still haven't figured it out. Come on, man. I mean, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kid had nothing but NFL coaches at Colorado, nothing but NFL coaches at Jackson State. I know the staff, because half the coaches that was on the staff, coached me in the league. So I'm telling you right
in
now,
the league.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Or it's the most wildest thing that he don't get the type of respect that the Manning kid gets, or any other kids, any other coach's kid son would get coming out of college.
I don't think Arch is going to be as good as people think he is.
It doesn't look like it right now, but I mean, to me, everything, you have to put guys in the right system if you want them to be great. And that's the biggest issue with most of this stuff. That's why you see these Baker Mayfields and the Daniel Jones go to other teams, and they ball out and they look great. Even Golf in Detroit. They had roll him off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be honest with yourself. You gotta put people in the right situations, and you gotta call the right plays for them to be their best. And I didn't look half as good as I did until I got to Baltimore. And got here, and Wade Harmon understood how to use me, and the coaching staff needed to try to figure out how to use me. And I would have been a hell of a lot better if we had a consistent OC that was really talented and really good. I had all 5 years, I had a different OC. I had another new offense every year,
different terminology and all that.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, the kid is no reason why that kid shouldn't be on the field. It's something poisoning whatever is going on in Cleveland. And Cleveland has always been an effed up ass organization, and they're showing their true colors right now in front of the entire world.
And that's difficult to see, but
Bird Gang.
Yeah, Bird Gang definitely out. We'll be previewing them later on this week, and make sure everybody tunes in midweek. We'll announce what night we're going live.